Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I want to show you the real meta way to farm gold these days in 2023. It's not how it used to be. I know a lot of videos getting put out about it, but I'm going to show you the real way to actually get a lot of gold really fast. And actually in this video I get over 1,500,000 gold in just over 5 minutes. So, and as you can see already on the screen, I'm doing epic vault keys. Don't click away. It's not the glory trick. It's not anything like that. This is how you gold farm and soul farm these days. It's not some wacky special Chris Crinkle team. It's not some wacky Ferris Ra or some weapon or Cedric or anything like that. Just go super hard at the vault, and you don't have to do any of that wacky stuff in between the vault events. Now, I know recently they've been, the vault events have been a little bit more spaced apart and everything, but if you had been playing like last year in 2022, if you've been hitting every single vault event like you should have been, with Ironhawk, with Rowan, even as a brand new player, you should never have any kind of gold or soul like deficit to where you have to go use some funky team to spend time gold and soul farming. I've done 2 new account playthroughs in the last year and a half, and neither one of them ran into like a soul or gold roadblock. So I don't know what's going on with people that think they need these teams in between vault events. You really don't. As long as you got the Rowan team or Ironhawks or Moon Mage or anything like that, all you have to do is hit the vault super duper hard, and you will never ever ever need to use these weird funky gold and Chris Crinkle and Ferris Ra and stuff like that. I know you all want to do that, but you don't need to. Like I'm telling you, it's way better this way. Just hit the vault super hard, get as many vault keys as you can, as many epic vault keys as you can, and don't do anything else during the vault event. Just get the keys and that's it. Don't do anything else, no matter what anyone else says. It's not in your best interest. It's not in your best interest to go after pets. It's not in your best interest to make the battles harder and use Phoenicia or something. Rowan or Ironhawk. Difficulty 1 Explore. I mean, 2 and 3 is okay as long as you can clear it in one shot every single freaking time, but I recommend Explore 1 just for everybody across the board. And then just as many enemies as you can clear over and over and over and over. And if you look at this video right here, this is the proof. So within 5 minutes and 30, look at that, 288,000 gold right there. And I'm getting everything else while I'm doing that. I'm not sitting there with some weird Chris Crinkle team only getting gold and doing it over and over and over and over when I could be doing anything else like that I should probably need to be doing. Like you could be farming tokens, you could be doing some work in the underworld, you could be opening vault keys, you could be doing some quests that you don't have done yet. You could be doing the world event. You could be lots of different things. There's so many things to do in this game. You should never have to stop and take time to use a specific soul farming or gold farming team. Not in 2023. Like everything you're seeing is just for views recently on the internet. So you don't have to do that. I mean, it's useful here and there. I'm not going to totally poo-poo it, but if you do the vault events correctly, you should never ever have to use like a funky soul farming or gold farming team in 2023. I mean, back in 2021, maybe. But 2022 even, it was kind of shifting. The meta was shifting into just doing vault events with Rowan or Ironhawks. Ask anybody, especially people that aren't just, ask some people that have been around for 5 or 6 years what the current meta is for gold and soul farming. And they will definitely say the vault, Ironhawks, Rowan. They might, give you some quirky team too, but that's just in case you're in between vaults and maybe you just started the game and maybe you missed the vault and then now you're into a situation where you're not going to have a vault for 5 or 6 weeks. But even then, if you don't spend your souls on weird stuff and your gold on weird stuff and your gems on weird stuff, you should still have enough to get by. Some people are probably fully leveling up random troops with souls for no good reason. Some people are probably using gold on chests or something like that. There is something you're doing to where you're getting that deficit of gold or souls. So just stop doing that and you'll be fine. Only upgrade troops that you're currently using. Only go after kingdom power levels when it's appropriate and when you're immediately going to see a benefit. Don't just be going around wasting souls and gold and stuff on just random things because you heard somebody else did it, but they're level 1,000 something and you're level 500. That's not it's just, it depends. There's a spectrum, and you don't need to be doing these things at this time. If you don't have enough souls and gold, and you're going to have not enough gold to give to your guild tasks next week, if you open all these weird gold chests, don't do it then. If you get this random troop and you want to fully level it up with souls because you're going to get a random kingdom power that gives you a tribute in a kingdom that's not even a magic kingdom, like who cares? Don't do that. Only level up troops that you're using. Or they immediately give you a benefit with a magic kingdom like power or something like that. Like, don't waste souls, don't waste gold, and you won't need them so bad. And then you can just do the meta, which is the vault. Getting vault keys, getting epic vault keys. Now right here I think is the last drop. Another huge 288,000 drop, which adds up to at least 1.5 million gold right there. Another 288,000 plus 4,800 next to it. And right there, if you cut the video and you go back and you look at every single drop that I got, it's at least 1.5 million gold in 5.5 minutes. So this isn't the glory trick that I put out first a long time ago. This is, you're using your epic vault keys that you earned during the vault event, and now you're benefiting from it by getting this 1.5 million gold in 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So just wanted to put this out there, man. Like, you don't need these quirky teams. You don't need these funky teams. The people that use those teams are playing the game wrong. And you might get caught up here and there to where you're using one because you missed a vault event. Maybe you had to work the whole vault weekend. The only people that should ever need gold farming or soul farming teams are people that totally miss vault events, or or they're just playing the game wrong. You don't need those teams anymore. It's 2023 now. It's the vault event. It's Nomapaloozas. It's Ironhawks. It's pity keys. They've put back-to-back things that just make the vault so much better now that there's no reason to do that in between. You could be doing many other things. Like, you could be trying to get into a better guild. You could be working on your delves. You could be working on your kingdoms, your quests, your classes, leveling classes up. Like, you could do a million other things other than, like, stopping your whole gameplay just to go gold farm or soul farm. If you're doing that, you're doing something wrong. Come ask me in the comments right now. Tell me what you've been spending all your soul and gold on, and I'll go over it with you. I've done that before with certain people. Like, they'll go into my comments and they'll be like, well, what do I do next week when I don't have enough gold for the guild tasks or something? I'll be like, okay, well, what did you spend gold on this past, like, week or two? And they'll tell me this and this, and I'll be like, okay, well, did you buy any, like, chests with gold or something like that? Because, like, you shouldn't do that unless you have keys. The only time you should open chests is when you have keys, not with, like, resources. And they're like, oh yeah, I thought, I might get a troop or something. I'm like, man, it's really hard RNG. You probably shouldn't be doing that. Like, don't ever use a resource for a chest. You always want to be using a key for a chest. Never just level up random troops just because you got them. Like, all this, oh, I got a new epic troop. I'm going to hurry up and go level it to 20 or whatever, or 18 or whatever it is. You just wasted those souls for no reason. Like, you're not going to use that troop. It's not going to immediately benefit you. So all those souls, you might as well flush them down the toilet. Think about more about, like, right now and benefits you're going to be getting right now. And then as you're playing the vault event, that's your time to gold and soul farm. So you're using your Rowan or your Ironhawk team, right? And you're doing Nomapaloozas over and over and over and over. So as you're doing that, you're also getting gold and souls. So aside from the vault keys, let's take the vault keys and the epic vault keys out of the equation. Even without those, you're still getting a ton of gold and a ton of souls while you're looking for vault keys, while you're killing gnomes. You're killing gnomes. Some of them are soul gnomes. Some of them are gold gnomes. And you're getting a ton of gold and souls there, too. So it all adds up. Like, this 1.5 million that I'm showing you right now in the first 5.5 minutes of this video was just like the extra spoils from playing the vault. Like, while I was playing the vault, I was also getting extra souls and extra gold from killing soul gnomes and gold gnomes and stuff like that. So it's the time. I'm telling you, that's the time. That's the meta for 2023. It's not some quirky Kris Crinkle team. It's not some quirky weapon team or Ferris Raw team. Just sorry for repeating myself a lot in this video. I just wanted you guys to... I have no reason. I could put out a gold farming and a soul farming video every other month and get a ton of views and, like, just keep it to myself. And I have no reason to care what you're doing. Whether you're using the quirky gold team or you're using the quirky soul farming team, whether you're watching those videos or not, whether you actually follow my advice and you just play the vault super hard and don't worry about those weird quirky teams, I don't have any stake in the game. Like, it doesn't matter to me what you're doing. I'm just trying to give you some friendly advice and help you play the game the right way. After starting 3 accounts in my lifetime, I've been playing the game for over 6 years now. I've never had any kind of problem with any kind of resources. I'm totally free to play, and I have lots of resources in every troop in the game, and every time I do a new account playthrough, I haven't gold farmed or soul farmed even once in those new account playthroughs, and I've been completely fine. Got all the way to level 500 something, did it again, got all the way to level 250 something. Like, this is I played 3 different accounts. I know what I'm talking about. I'm totally free to play, so like if you're not totally free to play, it's even worse if you have to use gold and soul farming. Why do you got to do that? You get like extra gold, extra souls, extra experience. You get extra everything because you're spending money on the game like you probably should. So I'm totally free to play. I don't even get the extra stuff. I don't have Death Knight armor. I don't have a wondrous ring or whatever they're called. I don't have like anything at all. I don't get any extra rewards for Kingdom Pass or Campaign Pass. I don't buy anything in the game. So if you're buying stuff in the game, there's like, and you have to use those quirky soul farming, gold farming teams. You're just impatient, or you're just like spending gold and souls on weird stuff. Like, don't use the quirky teams. Go super hard at the vault. We just had a vault event. If you didn't play all 3 days for hours each day, and you didn't use Rowan and you didn't use Ironhawk, you didn't play it right. If you're sitting there using Phoenicia on difficulty 5, or you're stopping to do pets and stuff, I mean, maybe then you have to use a quirky solar gold farming team because you didn't play the vault right. But just my opinion here, and just want to help people out. There's no reason. If you don't agree with me, no sweat off my back. It doesn't matter to me. Just trying to help people out. It kind of annoys me when I see these videos and stuff. It does, honestly. And when that's like a 2021 type of deal, 2022, you don't have to do that. I just got 1.5 million gold in 5.5 minutes. I've done multiple new accounts. I'm repeating myself. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below, and I will see y'all. Man, I'm getting orbs too. I got a couple glory orbs in here. I'm getting gems too. I'm getting tons and tons of diamonds as well. I'm getting tons of gem keys. I'm getting tons of other stuff too. That's another point. While I'm doing this, while I'm farming gold and souls, I'm getting everything else in huge amounts. Tons of diamonds. I have every troop in the game pretty much except for the pay troops, and I'm totally free to play. I've started 3 new, like I said, man, I keep saying the same things over and over, but I just keep thinking of new things, or new reasons why you don't need to use the quirky Chris Crinkle or Ferris Ra or whatever. I just keep thinking of new reasons. Do you want orbs? Do you want tarot cards? Do you want keys? Do you want all that stuff? Do you want glory? Tons of huge mountains of glory and diamonds and stuff like that? Do you? Do you want gems? Gems, the most valuable resource in the game. Do you want that? It's vault keys, man, especially epic vault keys, but I know they're hard to get, but we're talking about just any vault key here today. That is the way to soul farm and gold farm. If you want to follow my advice, that would be the way I would have you do it in 2023. Get your Rowan team right. Get your Nomapaloozas right. Get in there. Get your pity keys. Just explore one over and over and over. We got another vault event coming up on March 3rd. It's not that far away. Don't waste gold. Don't waste souls on anything. Just current stuff you're using. I might as well let this video go all the way to the end. At this point, I opened 30 epic vault keys. You got to see every single reward I got. I got some glory orbs. I got a ton of gems, a ton of diamonds, a ton of gold. Like tons, like 2 million. And like a bunch of souls. So, yeah, that is the video for today. Just trying to help out. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. Just trying to tell you exactly how things work these days. Totally honest with no other ulterior motive. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.